In 2019, the Motorola Razr foldable phone made its debut, and as a continuation of the Razr series, the new Motorola Razr has received great praise for its new vertical foldable form. After 3 years of settling down, recently, Motorola brings a third generation of the series, which is the Motorola Razr 2022. So today, let's unbox the incredible foldable phone and talk about our first impressions of it. I kinda like the premium box here. Obviously, Motorola designed a solid packaging to correspond to the phone's form, focusing on minimalism with a flip cover. Open it, and now we can see the latest Razr here. The unfolded phone holding in my hand feels just like a regular phone with a slightly larger display. Even after seeing and experiencing quite a few foldable models, I don't want to gloss over that the Razr 2022 is still incredibly compact. The Razr series still evokes the nostalgia of the age of flip phones, and the Razr, which has survived the changes in the mobile phone industry, is certainly the best vehicle for this. Like the Galaxy Flip series, the new Razr still adheres to the vertical folding form, but the Razr doesn't maintain the classic look and feel of its predecessor with a jutting chin at the bottom covering the upper part. When close, it looks familiar with the latest Samsung's Flip models, but I must stress that this isn't a disappointing change, since more internal space of the phone will be freed up. For example, Motorola upgraded the camera module to a dual lens setup with better sensors. The battery is also upgraded to a larger capacity of 3,500 mAh, and on the front face, you can have a bigger 6.7-inch foldable display with narrow edges. It's interesting that the top and bottom edges of the display are given a curved design, which give it a more visually pleasing fit to the phone's appearance. What's surprising is the OLED display support up to 144Hz rates, which was never seen on other foldable models. But in display settings, there's only an auto mode and another 60Hz mode for option. The auto mode could optimize the refresh rate up to 120Hz but not the maximum 144Hz, while the 144Hz mode seemed to be only available in specific games. But I have to say that the operation system, MyUI, is pretty smooth and responsive. The whole experience is so close to the original Android 12. It has more comfortable animation and simpler interface than most customized OS based on Android, which I think is great for global users that hates learning again about software of a new phone. Apart from the full-size display, the smaller 2.7-inch interactive quick view display also got reserved on the new model. No doubt, it's the most useful sub-screen among all the compact folding phones. It can do a lot more than you think. In addition to displaying a customizable clock, making phone calls, and showing notifications, you can turn it into a fully functional second display for supported apps. For example, you can watch YouTube videos on a small display, listen to music in Spotify, navigating in Google Maps, and so on. Or even you can play most games on a quick view display. But I don't really recommend playing games that require complex operations on this small screen, such as PUBG or Genshin Impact, because it's too small for users to put clumsy fingers touching the right position of all the buttons. However, in games like Subway Surf, the small screen is incredibly suitable, no matter for easy holding or power saving. Another great experience of the small screen is taking selfies with the dual cameras down below it. Motorola redesigned the interface of the camera UI for the outer display to make sure it will fit the compact size. You can access almost all the camera features here without opening the phone. But there are still some apps that can be shown here but have terrible experience, such as TikTok. There's no room for showing contents beyond displaying the bars at the top and bottom. Since the display doesn't support rotation, you might give up using certain apps on it. The hinge feels pretty smooth when I open or close it, except for the faint hiss of the screen movement. It's solid without generating annoying noise, no matter for folding or unfolding. Under the folded form, it closes almost completely with no visible gap. When unfolded, it's quite surprising that the new hinge has pretty good crease control, but it might be more visible after frequent folding movements. By the way, there's an annoying detail you should know about closing. When I quickly close it, the folding part of the flexible screen sometimes popped outwards a bit, but then quickly returns to the folded position. I'm sure it's not a big deal, but it still made me scared the first time it happened if it would do any damage to the screen. But as it turned out, nothing happened. The new Razer is powered by the most powerful chipset, the Snapdragon 8+, so there's nothing to worry about the performance. But it's not a good option for long gaming since it only features a 3500 mAh battery, but it can still last for a full day of daily use, which is much better than the previous Razer. As for cameras, we took a few photos here. The module includes a 50 megapixel main camera, a 13 megapixel wide-angle lens, and another 32 megapixel front camera. The improvement compared to the previous Razer is huge. Especially for night shooting, the overall brightness is dramatically boosted. Even under extremely low lighting, the capture is much better than I expected. As for daytime, it remains a solid performer with good detail. Other features like 33-watt fast charging, side fingerprint reader, and stereo speakers also got upgraded with better experience. And the pricing is probably the most surprising thing about the new Razer. This first compact foldable model powered by the A+ chip officially starts from about $885. But unfortunately, it goes exclusive to China by far. You can only get it at a few third-party retailers that is able to deliver to your place. We are planning making a comparison among compact foldable models, so more detail about the new Razer will be discussed in that comparison. If you have a nice candidate in mind for the comparison, please tell us down below, and just stay tuned. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like our videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and stay tuned. Thank you for watching. I'm Will from Gizmo China. See you soon.